The King William district was a historical neighborhood. It had all the charm of LA's Mulholland Drive at sunset. Chris walked up to a beautiful Victorian home nestled within the cozy, well-to-do suburbs. The scene was taped off. CSI was in and out of the home. He made his way to a large covered wooden porch. The outside stucco walls were covered in thick green wine. Dormant, snow-covered Bougainvillea wine surrounded the outside property line. The lot in general was immaculate. Someone put a lot of love and money into its overall look and upkeep. Chris carefully walked up 2 steps and under the yellow tape to meet with Michael at the door. "Hey, good morning, old man," Michael commented upon seeing Chris make his way carefully up the step. "Good morning, young Padawan," Chris responded to Michael, who was 10 years his junior. Chris was a mess, but Michael told the sunshine out of his ass, till he never admitted it. He rather bust Chris' ball. He learned a few things from his mentor over the past 2 years, things that have saved his skin more than once. Michael smirked at Chris and began with his rundown. The medical examiner is inside. We got one Max Von Drag, Caucasian male, age 68. His throat was slashed, his eye gouged out and placed into his mouth. It appeared it was done while he was still alive. He bit down on them. The wig was also clenching a limb on his right hand. He squeezed the shit out of it too. Chris, being the smart ass he was, couldn't resist. "You don't think he was making lemonade, do you, detective?" "Really? That's just wrong, man," Michael said with his eyebrow raised. "Anyway, he also has something carved into his left arm, a link to a website. I took a peek and already checked it out. It's a link to a horror fiction website called Scary Pasta." "Scary Pasta? What in the fuck is that?" Chris asked with an expression like he just smelled something rotten. Michael raised his eyebrows. "Yeah, scarypasta.com. It's a horror fiction website where writers post all kinds of short horror stories. It has quite the cult following apparently. The link is to a story called A Tale of Him Holding a Lemon." Chris laughed. "Are you fucking for real?" He shook his head and looked Michael right in the eye. "Well, take me to the stiff." The SAPD detective made their way inside the lovely home, which would likely sell fast on the market regardless of the crime. The hallway led to a large living room, finished in a nice oak, dark polished wooden floor, bookcase and a china cabinet raised against the old wall. On a large blood-soaked Persian rug lay a man in a blood-covered yellow sweater vest, white dress shirt underneath, and black slacks. His shoe had been removed. He had a grey mustache and wavy hair. He looked to be small in stature, about 5'6". His eye sockets were empty and bloody. Blood covered the area of his mouth and the neck. The long cut on his throat was apparent. His left shirt sleeve had been rolled up, and the link to the story was indeed carved into his forearm. The wound on his arm had begun to dry and scab over, making the carving even more visible. What kind of monster would do this to an old man? This city and its fucking scumbag always on duty. Does it look like the work of a Hatchetman or burglar? Look personal. Anything taking, Chris asked. No, it appeared that the killer of killers wanted the attention to be focused on the killing, Michael replied. Do you think there was more than one killer? Chris asked over his shoulder. Not sure. We got CSI running tests. He hasn't been dead too long. Livor mortis is set in. Next of kin? Someone has to pay for his burial, Chris asked. None yet. By the look of things, it doesn't seem like he had any kids. If you know what I mean, Michael pointed and framed pictures on a bookshelf of Mr. Wondrak kissing another old man. He was a daisy, okay? Let's get the patrol interviewing neighbors. Michael, take this photo and make you always around the gay bars tonight, Chris ordered. Ah, shit, Michael protested. Chris looked at Michael and smiled. Hey, Grant do the legwork. You know this, sonny boy? Besides, the Daisy in the photo is our prime suspect at this point. Chris located Mr. Von Drake's cell phone and did a search. Okay, I'll start looking for next of kin.